hi there, ho there, folks. Welcome to your Wednesday night edition of NoogaPrints, live here on TikTok. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with us talking about 3D printed products. And if you're kind enough to tune in live, we get to talk about some other fun and that word is a little hard for me right now. So yeah. That being said, I just noticed something before I actually hit record. I've got a bump on my head. I don't have a hat to hide it. That stinks. You know what? We're gonna kick that back on. While we're sitting here talking, yeah, we're gonna do this. This right here. Give me my bear hat. I want my bear hat. No, not on that camera. On this camera. Give me my bear hat. What the dang it? All right, fine. Give me this one then. Yeah. All right. So, we're going to go with this hat. Anyways, I just realized that we're up to 293 followers on the TikTok channel. I apologize if you can hear the train in the background. I'm doing my best to try to talk enough to where you guys can't really hear it, and hopefully it doesn't disturb us. That being said, yes, we are sitting at 293 followers on the TikTok channel right now. Thank you. I greatly appreciate you guys taking the time to hit that follow and to help us out here. With that being said, if you guys don't care, I understand sometimes, you don't want to share a stream or share a post or something like that. If you guys could share the profile, that'd be flipping awesome. That way we can try to get our follower count up to 1,000, and I can turn on the TikTok shop, and that way you guys don't necessarily have to leave the app when I'm doing these broadcasts, and you guys can see everything right there. As my buddy Bearded Bubba just said, sharing is caring. So do that thing. Hit that share button. Hit that like button. Hit the love button. Because, I love y'all. And I need y'all to love me back. So, yeah. Anyways, that having been said, dude, I got some really cool stuff yesterday for the new printers. And hopefully by the next time you guys see behind me here, when this huge funky hat's not in the way, you will see two of the Snapmaker U1 printers, because I have the other one sitting right here off camera that I do not have set up yet. But with that being said, I got the filament containers, or anyway, it keeps it from absorbing a whole lot of ambient moisture out of the air, because filament tends to be, or PLA filament anyway, tends to be super hygroscopic, which means it sucks in all the moisture out of the air. And it's kind of like your own, dehumidifier that you pay like 15 to 30 bucks for a kilogram of. And while that's all well and good, it doesn't exactly perform well in a printer when you do that. Calamity, thank you. Brandon Garcia, appreciate y'all being here. So, with all that having been said, like I was trying to say at the beginning, we should have both of the Snapmaker U1s on that top shelf behind me. And then the Bamboo Labs X1C will move down to the bottom shelf right next to where we will have the four boxes for each of the U1 printers holding the filament there. And I'm going to try to run longer tubes, for lack of a better term. They're PTFE tubes, but I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. Or Bowden tubes. Basically, they're just the tubes that the filament runs through to go from wherever they're at into the printer, so that way it gets, does the printing thing. Yeah. Anyways, that having been said, yes, I have had copious amounts of Monster today, and I'm loving every minute of it, because I didn't freeze my tuchus off as bad today. Thank the good Lord for that. Anyways, so that having been said, the other print room is kind of on the outs right now, because we're in the middle of shifting stuff around to accommodate my son moving back home for a short time. But anyways, with that having been said, there's going to be some stuff, like I said, shifting around in here. Stuff will change up behind me. I'll have, another desk and stuff like that over on this side that you guys never see because, well, I don't have a camera to do the whole in studio looking over everything kind of thing yet. I'm not really sure if I really want to do that, but I'm considering it. I don't know. We'll talk about that in the live, though. I'm doing a lot of this when I should be doing hey, check this out, a lot of that. So with that having been said, the drop for tonight is called SIP, SIP happens. SIP happens. I don't want that to be confused with another word by the closed captioning or whatever that gets done on TikTok, and then this video getting demonetized or whatever, or not shared or not recommended, because that happened the day before yesterday for a little while. Anyway, that having been said, let's go ahead and hop into this drop. First up, we've got here the Thirst. What is it? Yeah, Thirst Slayer, Straw Topper and Charm. Would you just look at that cute little booger? It's a dragon that's holding on to your straw, saying he wants a sip too. I just think that's friggin' cute. But the sip, or the Thirst Slayer, Straw Topper, and Charm is $6. All of them across this drop are $6 because they double as a keychain and kind of thing. And these honestly are a bit more expensive than what my normal keychains are with regards to printing. So I tried to keep, how I'd usually do. I try to keep everything even priced across the board. That's what I've done tonight as well. And I think this one is actually really, really cute. It has the articulating tail there, which kind of does the flippy thing, That's a technical term, flippy. Just saying. But here's the little charm. You get a flame, you get a knight's helmet and a sword to go with it. So it's kind of, it's the thing. It's the thing, and it's a cool thing. Baby Spyro is what the moderator Trisha has referred to it, and it is kind of cute, like a baby Spyro. You're not wrong. Here's the other angle of the sword and flame and stuff with using where they've used multicolor on some of the parts here. But you got your little, and it works well on a Stanley Cup, I guess is what this is that it's showing us. The way that handle is shaped there, I'm not real sure. I'm not well versed on all that. But, yeah. That's just cute. I don't care who you are. Ermiger. Somebody commenting on Discord. Anyways, that one is called, again, Thirst Slayer, Straw Topper, and Charm. Next up is Bamboo Break, Straw Topper, and Charm. This one is a panda, and it has a little piece of bamboo there. I guess it's kind of keep people from, keep stuff from getting down in your straw or something like that. I haven't actually looked over all of it just yet. I just whipped through these things, and they look so freaking cute. I couldn't stand it. But here's the charms that you have with it. A little piece of the bamboo there, and another panda head, because that's a little morbid. But hey, whatever. But yeah, it's got a closed top on the bamboo, so yes, it is meant to kind of be a lid kind of thing for your straw. And here's another picture of the charms yet again. And these are printed in multicolor rather than multi-part. So that's a big part of the reason why they wound up being a bit more expensive to print. Even with running them on the new printers, they're not exactly like uber expensive, but at the same time, they're not the cheapest things in the world, But yeah, you can see that fit on that straw really nicely and kind of snug there, so you don't have to worry about it just flippy and flipping off kind of thing. Unlike with the previous one, the Thirst Slayer, I don't think that one I think it wraps its hands. Yeah, it wraps its hands around the straw, but it doesn't do a real great job of being like sealed or whatever. I don't know. I don't know that the Bamboo Break would do all that great of a job of sealing it, because if it did that, it'd probably off there, especially if you had some caffeinated beverages in there. Man, I am really talking fast tonight, aren't I? Yeah, of course I am. Next up, we have the Utterly Thirsty Straw Topper and Charm, and this one is just I'm 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 not sure what to say about this one. It's cute. Yeah, it's absolutely cute. And oh wow, the charms are a jug of milk, a cow head, and apparently a set of udders. I mean, that's almost utterly appalling. I'm kidding. Anyways, but yeah, the cow is hanging on to this beep beep. Somebody saying hi as they drive by. Um, but yeah, I mean that's cute. It is cute. I'll give it that. It is cute. Um, a little weird, like I said with the udder thing there, but you know, you won't have to worry about the layer lines either. As per what I usually tell you guys, the layer lines won't be an issue. You know that I do my utmost to try and make sure that layer lines are not something to be concerned about, that it won't have the, the 8-bit graphics appearance and whatnot. I'm hoping that these will all look really, really cool when we get them off the printer. That is my goal with every print that we do. That's the Utterly Thirsty. I'm sorry, these have got sizes with them as well. This one's actually the tallest one though. This one's 5 centimeters tall, and I'm assuming that's going based off of the little cap lid thing for the. Yeah, the udders are off. That is a little weird too, isn't it? So yeah, I guess maybe they got in the way. Anyway, but yeah, so there's the Utterly Thirsty, and we're going to move on now. We're totally moving on now. Next one up is called Deep Sips. This one is an octopus, which is pretty flippin' cool if you ask me, because it also has the articulating tentacles and stuff like that. And the charms are a starfish. Mercy. A starfish, a crab, and I don't know what that other one is. What is it? Oh, a seahorse. That's cool. Yeah. I just thought about that. They I think no, I don't know if it well, I can't remember if in Finding see that's the messed up thing, okay? In Finding Nemo, they put Nemo in a fish tank with an angelfish. I don't necessarily think angelfish are actually saltwater fish. But what brought me to this thought was the fact that there were no seahorses in that fish tank, and then I think they really missed out with that. I think they really could have done well with having, a seahorse in that fish tank to just act totally kooky, like straight up like me or something. I don't know, but they had Bubbles, whatever that fish's name, but Bubbles, that guy, the yellowfish. Anyway, yeah, he was cool. Cool. Hello, Green Puff. Next up, we've got another picture of the charms there. This one's a multicolor picture of the charms. The first one, I guess, was a single color picture. Yeah, because on the first one, it didn't have the eyes on the crab. And it only had one color on the fish or the seahorse, and no eyeballs on the starfish, whereas on this picture, you have all of the things. So there's that. And here we go with the little video clip of it, which is basically the exact same video clip as every other one, but this one's cooler because, well, it's an octopus. Okay, next up, we have Positively Hydrated. For all you kitty cat fans out there, I am not one, but you know what? There are plenty of you, and I respect that. But yeah, the charms for it is a fish skeleton. Excuse me, a kitty cat paw and a wind up mouse. It looks like. Oh, the cat has an articulating tail as well. It goes a little flippy. How about that? Yep. There's another picture of the charms in multicolor. Picture of the charms hanging from the handle, multicolor. And here's your little video clip. I'm so glad they showed us that the. Never mind. Not even gonna go there. Not even gonna go there. So this one's positively hydrated. This one stands at 4 centimeters tall. Most of them, I think they're either. Excuse me. Um, all of them are either 3 or 4 centimeters tall, with the exception of the bamboo break. No. Sorry, the utterly thirsty. That's the one. Yeah, utterly thirsty is actually 5 centimeters tall, whereas because she's just doing her thing or whatever, but the rest of them are either 3 or 4 millimeters tall. So there's that. So that's positively hydrated. Next up, last but certainly not least, is the final drink, straw topper and charm. And this one, well, it looks like the Grim Reaper is trying to get a sip out of the top of your straw. Is what it looks like, and his cloak is kind of flowy. It has the articulating bits on it as well. Obviously, I'm talking way too much, and that's what's causing me to yawn so much. And I'm getting an email, and I don't want to deal with my emails right now. Go away. Okay, so second picture, we have multicolor, multiple skulls, a single skull, and a bat. I mean, okay. They could have done like a tombstone or something as one of them rather than using skulls twice. But I'm not. Whatever. Layer lines again will not be an issue. I will make sure of that. I know you can see them a little bit here, but keep in mind that a lot of these pictures are like super close up, so you probably wouldn't even notice the layer lines if it were, not like right up on your eye. But excuse me, we will make a conscious effort as always to make sure that that's not an issue. There's a picture of the charms on the cup, and here's this little video of the Grim Reaper stealing a sip, because sip happens. And that's it. But these are all $6. Every single one of them are $6 a piece. If you decide you want to get the full set, we'll work it out to where we can make that less expensive. Excuse me. Dadgum. All right, now, future folks. Hi. By the way, let me go ahead and remind you guys, we are still doing the weekly giveaway on the Facebook page. If you have not participated in that, please slide over to the Facebook page, because this cute little lizard thing here needs a name, and it needs a new home, because, well, it's almost Valentine's Day, and it needs a home. So, that having been said, slide over to the Facebook page, throw a name idea up for it, like, share. If you do share, make sure you do it in a public way. Excuse me, so that way I can make sure your name gets entered in on the giveaway drawing, and anybody who comments and or likes your share of the post. That way I know they're there. Joel, thank you for the heart me, and I can get their name entered as well. So with that being said, thank you so much, future folks, and we will see you next time.